top of the bleachers. We are live on September 30th, 2024. Today, we're going to get into all the football we watched over the weekend, and there was some good ones and some not so good ones. We'll get into it.
It was
Before we do, be sure and hit that like and subscribe buttons for us. We really appreciate that. Tuck, what's up, my man? Happy Monday. What's up?
not much, man. Went and did my follow-up appointment at the doctor. Everything is A-OK.
Nice.
That was about it. She said, we'll see you in 10 years. And I laughed and said, see you later. Because it took me 48 years to come in here the first time. It's probably going to take me another 48 to go back. So I don't see 10 years from now me going back just to say, hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, I don't like going to places either.
So, but everything's good. They found one little thing in there, and
Nice.
it came back. I don't know. She used some big long word, but then she ended it with benign, and that's the word I know. Benign means good. So I'm all good, and everything's awesome, man. So
Good deal. I'm glad you got that all cleared up. I'm all good, man. I went to work this morning. Took me a long nap. Long nap for real. Like I don't normally get a long nap like that, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. So
sweet.
Not as good though as some people. Did you hear Chris Christopherson passed away?
I did hear Chris Christopherson died. There's only one highwayman left. You young folks out there right now are Googling Chris Christopherson. There's only one highwayman left out there, and his name is Willie Nelson. And if you would have asked me years ago, hey, who'll be the last highwayman left, I would not have said Willie Nelson. That man has looked old my entire life, and now he's the last one left.
This is true.
And we had a sad passing in the NBA. Dikembe Mutombo passed away at the age of 58. Apparently brain cancer. I don't know if it's something he had been battling or if it was sudden, like they found it and then it was over or what happened. But
yeah,
got the news. Oh, I think it was early this morning. And I was yeah. So we'll give a little salute to Dikembe. Everybody with your finger up, give the wag. That's right. Dikembe, baby.
The one and only.
I've been watching clips of his today. It was, I don't know. He's like one of the few people like his voice matched his body. You know what I mean? Like he had that big old gruff voice on him and everything.
Yeah. I liked Mutombo. Did you see the video of Mike shooting the free throws with his eyes closed on him?
I watched another video where
it's pretty funny.
They edited like 3 clips together, and one is him, Mutombo, telling him, "You ain't never dunked over me. You ain't never dunked over me." And then the second one's there at like the All-Star game or something, and he tells him again. He says, "You ain't never dunked over me. You ain't never dunked over me." And then on the third one, Mike finally gets him, dunks on him, and then drops down and waves the finger at him. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, no, Mike.
Everybody's coming out and telling nice stories about him. LeBron told the story about when he was a rookie, Dikembe actually fractured his face going for a block or something like that. That's how long LeBron's been around. He played with Dikembe Mutombo, okay? Yeah. LeBron, like, I keep waiting on him to show up in clips of, like, the Bill Russell era. Like, you see LeBron sitting over on the bench or something. That guy's been around forever.
Yeah. No kidding. It's kind of like Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Patrick was around for a long time.
Well, I tell you who else might be dead.
Uh-oh.
That's our Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh, okay. All right.
What a sad performance on many levels. What's your thoughts first? Let me get yours first.
I told you going into the game that I felt confident that we could beat Texas A&M. I'm still confident that we should have beat Texas A&M. Honestly, I feel like we should be 5-0. I know probably every team out there feels that way, but it's like the games that we've lost this year, we've just handed away. And I told you before the game, keys to the game, setting the edge and no turnovers. And they go in there and they give up 3 turnovers. The defense did an excellent job in the last game. Saw a lot of growth out of the defense in the last game.
Mm.
Is still inaccurate. Bobby will not run the ball. I don't know why. It's like
Yeah, this pissed me off.
he forgets that we are allowed to run the ball or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Sam's press conference, he said they felt like they couldn't run. They abandoned the run. That he straight up said that. They said they didn't think it'd work. So they threw it 41 times and ran Jackson 10.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's bad coaching, if you ask me.
Yeah, dude.
You off the Pittman bus?
This might have pushed me off the edge, brother, because that fake punt as well. You're going to call a timeout. Hey,
wait. Hold up. It was a field goal to start with. And first of all,
okay, field goal. That's what I meant.
The fake punt was awesome. Okay, the fake punt was awesome. Totally awesome. But once you run a fake, and I don't care if it's on the punt, on the field goal, whatever you're running a fake on, okay, you don't run it again in the game. You just don't do it. And then to call a timeout and then go over and discuss for a while and then come out and try to run it it's just silly. Everybody in the building thought it might be a fake that time.
Yeah.
So bad coaching all the way around this ball game. The players are the ones who drop the balls. The players are the ones who had the turnovers and stuff. But just the fact that you can't go in at halftime and make adjustments and see that maybe you need to run the ball a little bit more. Maybe you don't need to be the head coach if you can't go down to your offensive coordinator and say, hey, run the damn ball. We need to run the ball. It just, I don't know. Bobby falls in love. Well, I'll put it this way. I feel like Bobby has a game plan for each game. But he doesn't have a plan B for each game. It's like, this is the script. This is what we're going to do. This is plan A. We're going to run this script. And I don't come hell or high water, whether we win by 10 or we get beat by 40, we're going to follow this script right here.
Yep.
And it just,
well, the thing is I watched some 4th and 5 this week of him breaking down the film. And because I was right on the same boat as you, what the heck is Bobby doing? What the hell? Turns out Bobby's dialing up the right plays.
I'm not saying he's not. I see
it's not Bobby's fault. It's an execution issue.
It's also Bobby's fault.
The center to the quarterback, everybody in between, ain't nobody doing their job like they're supposed to.
Well, I don't know how many times I saw 52 get run over in the ball game. I don't know what
Blackstock.
I don't know what his name is. I think he's number 52. He got run over so many times. But that's the thing, though. If you're an offensive coordinator and you're dialing up the perfect plays, but you don't have the quarterback to get the ball to where it needs to be, then you either need to change the script or you need to change the quarterback, one or the other.
There ain't one better.
Well, how do you know? How do you know? We tried Singleton for one series and then we put him back on the bench.
I feel like he's smart enough to try different stuff. I don't think that's it. I don't think he didn't try different stuff. I don't think that's it.
It didn't look like to me. It looked like the same damn plays every time.
They couldn't execute it. They can't block nobody. They can't do shit. It's ridiculous.
The offensive line got annihilated the whole ball game, but I don't know.
And I saw a lot of the PFF ratings and all that stuff. Like the offensive line, they ranked him out not that bad, right? They blamed a lot of it on Talon and not throwing.
He doesn't throw the ball on time.
He doesn't. He freaks out, and they talked about that on 4th and 5 as well. That he's not standing in there and throwing it like he's supposed to. These guys running wild. Here's the deal. He hikes the ball. He's looking at one dude.
Mm-hmm.
If that dude is not open, he runs.
Yes.
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Singleton's sitting behind him on the bench, and I know it was against UAPB. I know they're not the greatest team, and he's only had one series since. But you have some players that maybe don't shine in practice that shine underneath the lights. And all I'm saying is that last time you pulled Talon and you put Singleton in for a series, it woke Talon's butt up for the rest of the ball game. I'm just saying that maybe you try somebody who will get the ball out on time, who will make the decision quicker. I don't know how many times the receiver turns around and he's wide open, and then Talon throws him the ball. The ball should have already been there when the guy turned around to catch the ball, not after you see that he's open. Once you see he's open and you throw the ball, it's too late. Okay? It's too late.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Tennessee. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Tennessee's going to be a lot of fun at home, don't you think?
Yeah, that's going to be super fun. Super, super fun. Yeah. Anyway.
Now, at the same time, even though my Hogs lost, dadgummit, in a game that they should have won, it was nice to see Ole Miss and Kentucky play a ball game, and Ole Miss to get knocked down off their little pedestal of how awesome they are.
Let me pull this up here. Let's see. Where's that at on my list here? Yep. Beat them 20-17.
2017, man.
20-17. I tell you what, Kentucky's defense, man, they look like the real deal.
That's crazy because they look like the real deal against Georgia, and nobody gave them any credit whatsoever.
None. I know that's two games in a row. The defense has played lights out.
Defense has played lights out. Maybe they'll get a little bit of credit now. Who knows?
Maybe. It's just I think that puts it like 2-2 or something. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Or 1-2 in the conference, or one. I forget what their record is. You can't play that many. They played Georgia's. Was that their first conference game?
That's their first. Oh wait, you're talking about
Kentucky?
Kentucky was they played South Carolina first.
Okay, so they're like, yeah, they are.
They're like 2-1 in the conference, which is pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah. Let's see who else we saw. What any other games stood out to you besides that?
Well, not so much the game, but the press conference of Hugh Freeze sounded a lot different than the last press conference Hugh Freeze had. I heard a lot more about how the coaching staff needs to step up, and he's already begging fans not to give up, that he thinks they're almost there. It's just he had a totally different tone in this little press conference than he did the week before. I just thought that was interesting.
I don't know. That is interesting.
I also watched a lot of Auburn fans at the start of the fourth quarter leave the stadium and decide it was time to go toilet paper the Oak Grove because they were about to win a ball game. And I watched the same fans who didn't stay in the stadium to watch the rest of the game crying like little babies when they found out that they had lost. So that was fun to watch. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the old Sooner magic, they call that right there, my friend. It happens from time to time. I'm just going to tell you what.
It's
a real thing.
Jason's been rooting for OU as long as I've known him, and I have decided that the way that OU gets fired up and the way that they come back on people, it depends on how much trash Big is talking about his own team. Because during the game, all I did was get texted about this team sucks. I can't believe we got this team out here. This is the worst team ever. Holy crap, they won.
Yeah. They do it to me a lot. The problem is that you got 5 receivers out. Your top 5 wide receivers are out. Don't play the game. You got a redshirt freshman quarterback starting his first game in the SEC. It was not a good combination. He looked good at first, that big long run he ripped off at the beginning. He looked really good, but then it was just stall till the very end. Defense bails them out again, just like they do every week.
Dude, defense looked good in this ball game. Defense looked really good in this ball game.
Defense is good, man. That's the only reason they're 4-1. It's because of the defense. It ain't because of the offense.
At the beginning of the season, I picked them to win the SEC, and after their one loss, I was like, I don't know if this is the team to win the SEC, but who knows, man? They got a little bit of that
Mm,
Sooner magic in them. Who
yeah,
knows?
well, they got a week off, and then they got Texas.
Well, Tennessee
So we'll
is
see how
coming to
that goes.
our place, and I think they're coming off of a bye, so they'll be good and healthy to play us. That'll be nice. I'll make sure they're good and rested before they come to Fayetteville to take us on.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Whoever came up
Uh,
with this schedule, if I ever run into him, I'm gonna kick him right in the balls, man. Right in the balls.
well, I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way. LSU beat the crap out of South Alabama. If anybody cares, they only got the only team to play Cream Puff this weekend.
Hey, how
Leave it up
about
to
that
LSU.
Alabama Georgia game though? That was a heck of a ball game, wasn't it?
That was some crazy games, dude. I have a buddy who's an Alabama fan, and he should have heard the trash talking at the beginning in the first half. Oh my gosh, Georgia sucks. We're going to win the whole thing. They can't nobody beat us. And then it was, well, this team sucks. We're just like Arkansas. I'm like, oh yeah, now you want to talk some crap. All right,
It's funny.
But then after they won, he's back to, yeah, oh, there ain't nobody gonna beat us. Ain't nobody gonna beat us.
Well, I'll
I
be
said
honest.
you say that till LSU beats you or somebody like that.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I flipped over to the Alabama Georgia game, and it was in the first half, and I was like, "Ooh, this is ugly." I'm gonna flip over, and I watched Illinois and Penn State play each other. Good ball game, good hard physical game. Penn
Yeah.
State Penn State comes away with the win, but and then I flip back over to the Georgia Alabama game because I see there's still time left, so I flip back over. I was like, "What in the heck happened?" It was like a ball game all of a sudden. Georgia takes the lead for 13 seconds. 13 seconds. And then Alabama goes the distance in what, 2 plays or 1 play?
Yeah.
And scores. No, it was 1 play and scores again. And then that Beck kid, I thought that Beck kid was going to pull it off, man. He was marching down the field, and then they got just a little too much pressure on him, and he missed through one, and that was the end of the ball game. But the Beck kid actually kind of impressed me a little bit.
He was deer in the headlights that first half.
Whoo, man! I mean, it's hard not to be.
There was at least 2 pick sixes that they dropped. Like one of them was the dude, it hit him like right in the hands, bam, and dude dropped it. It was like right there. So at least one of those. So he dodged a bullet there. He was just shaky as can be that first half.
Alabama fans on X are already calling it the greatest Alabama catch ever and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all are going to start naming your victories like we do. It'll be the Miracle on Markham or something like that. My brother says we only name those games because we don't ever win close ball games. So we name the ones we do win because they're so few and far between.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. It kind of hurts my heart, but it makes sense. Yeah.
Miami survived Virginia Tech. Did you see that one?
I didn't. I did see Miami survive. I did not get to see much of the ball game though.
Yeah, the dude caught it was not a catch, but it was a catch.
Oh, that was the one on the goal line where there was like 4 of them, and
they're all piled up. Yeah, they're all piled up on at the end of the end zone.
Yeah, they're in a big P. Diddy pile there at the end.
They all like, oh, we won, we caught it, we won, and then they reviewed it, and no, you lost.
I think the ACC was making some business decisions right there in the review office.
Some highs and lows, man. Highs and lows in a matter of minutes. It was crazy. That's a pretty good game, though. And then you said Penn State. Yeah, Penn State beat Illinois 21-7. So they didn't beat the crap out of them. But, Illinois not bad.
Illinois is not bad at all. They got a really good defense. Their offense is
kind of ground and pound, it looked like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's 3 yards and a cloud of dust, pretty much. I mean, their quarterback can throw, and they do some play action stuff and things like that, but they're not the kind of team to spread it out 5 wide every play, And they got good running backs, but it wears on you after a while. And they put up that first 7 on Penn State, and I mean, they kept Penn State. They kept it tied for a long, long time, but offense was not helping out the defense any. Defense kept having to trot right back out there. Your offense has got to give your defense a little bit of a break, man. Even if you don't score, you need a couple of first downs to let your defensive guys rest a little bit. And that's not what was happening. They go 3 and out, and here come the defense. And eventually their defense just kind of wore out on them, and Penn State finally got the go-ahead score.
Yeah. That was a good game. Obalima, got them playing pretty good.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else. We got Big 12 craziness. Freaking Arizona beat Utah 23-10.
Arizona ain't bad, brother. Arizona ain't bad.
I think they're undefeated.
They can't get no love from nobody, but they actually ain't that bad.
They're in my honorable mention this week for the top 12 playoff teams.
Oh, well, there you go. Honorable mention.
Just saying, you're going to be undefeated. You're going to be close. All right. Another Big 12 was Kansas State beat Oklahoma State, and they didn't just beat them. They made it look easy.
Yeah.
Kansas State pretty good, bro.
There's good things to that, and there's bad things to that. A team that you should have beat, that should have been a win for Arkansas, that Oklahoma State game. Well, it's one thing to get beat by them and them to win the Big 12. We got beat by the Big 12 champion. All right.
Right.
Now you go into the Big 12 and you get your butt whooped by everybody. That makes us look even worse. All right. So OSU, you need to stand up and do your dadgum job. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Kansas State's pretty good, man. They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
I was happy to see that when the power rankings for the SEC came out, that we were not in the bottom. We're at like number 12, which is close to the bottom, but we're not in the bottom. Okay. So
yeah. Notre Dame beat Louisville. That's their ranked team, so Notre Dame gets a big win. They don't have a lot on their schedule, so any team they beat that's ranked is probably good for them. So,
I have a prediction about Notre Dame. Would you like my prediction about Notre Dame?
Sure. Is this a bold take?
I think it's bold. There might be some people out there who don't think it's very bold. Notre Dame's got another loss coming on their schedule, and it's going to be Army. Army's about to roll right over Notre Dame.
Oh, okay. That's a bold take. All right. All right. I saw they are defeated, right?
Army, I have no idea. I watched one ball game of theirs, and all I thought was, man, I'm glad that we're not playing this team, because they go out there and play like an army.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like they are all for one for all. It's nice. A good football team. I don't know what their record is. I don't know how they end up at the end of the year, but when I watched them, I was pretty impressed with them.
Let me look, because I'm pretty sure I saw they were undefeated. I don't even know how to find them. Let's see.
I don't even know. Are they in that? What are they in? Are they in a conference, or are they some sort of independent or something?
They played Tulsa. They are undefeated, 4-0. They beat Lehigh. FAU.
Wait. They beat
Queen.
What about McNeese? Did they beat McNeese? No.
No, neither one of those are on the schedule. Yeah, they're 4-0. They're 4-0. Good for them.
They're my pick to be Notre Dame's next loss.
Okay. Okay, that's this week's schedule. Okay. Let's see. Any other games? Oh, Texas whooped up on Mississippi State, which is no surprise, right? But we'll say this: Mississippi State played probably their best game all year and lost 35-13. So I don't know what that says, but yeah,
it would be a story if Mississippi beat Texas. It is not a story if Texas beats Mississippi State.
Well, Arch Manning got his start, got the win, and
it's kind of like I had this kid in high school that wanted to fight me. And he was like 4'10", a little bitty guy. And there's no reason for me to fight you. There's nothing to gain. if I beat you up, I'm a bully because I'm twice your size. If you beat me up, I'm a wuss because I got beat by a guy half my size. I have no reason to go into this fight whatsoever. None.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much the Texas Mississippi State thing. It's only a story if Mississippi State beats Texas. It's not a story the other way.
Yeah. Well, they whooped up on it anyway. And that was pretty much all the games. That's all the SEC games as well. We covered all of them, and
All the ones I cared about.
that was all of them. Well, there wasn't very many of them. And
Yeah,
then,
I think there
so
was like 4 teams that had a bye this week or something like that.
well, we're all starting to play each other too. So there was only 6 SEC games. I went 4-2. You went 3-3.
You think there's anybody in the SEC that ends up going undefeated?
Man,
It's going to be hard to do. It's going to be really hard to do.
if Alabama can beat Tennessee, I think they got a really good shot at going undefeated because they don't have that. They've already played Georgia. They don't have nobody else after besides Tennessee.
Now, if you get to the SEC championship game and you get beat, then that doesn't count, right? You got to win not only got to go undefeated, you got to win the SEC championship.
I believe that's correct.
I don't know if a team can do it this year or not. I think there's going to be a bunch of one-loss teams at the end of the year. That's what I think.
Yeah, it could be. The SEC championship game is going to be really important to win, probably.
It's going to be interesting who's in it too, because you're going to have a bunch of one-loss teams out there, and they're going to end up going into tiebreakers and this and that, and who knows?
Could end up a bunch of 10-2 teams, or I don't know.
And I think a team like Ole Miss, who played so many powder puffs at the beginning of the season, I think that might come back to hurt them if they're one of those one-loss teams looking to get in or whatever. It's like you didn't play nobody in your non-conference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're supposed to play a Power 5 somewhere, aren't you? Oh, was that their Tulane? Was Tulane their Power 5?
I don't think they're Power 5, are they?
No, not
surely not.
All right. So you want to break down our Power 12 now?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And like we said every week, we're not professionals. This is our opinion. But if the season were to end today, what 12 teams should make the college football playoff? And that's keeping in mind that you have to have your conference winners 1 through 4. So for me, number 1 this week is going to be Alabama. Got to be Alabama. They just beat Georgia.
I don't see how you don't put Alabama at number 1.
They're undefeated. Yeah.
Undefeated. They just beat Georgia, who I had at number 1 since now. Not that Texas isn't good. I think Texas might give Alabama a ball game if they play when they play. But I feel like Texas hasn't had that signature win like Alabama just got against Georgia. So I'm going to put Alabama in there, and then I'm going to put Texas in at 5th is where I'm going to put Texas.
Are you putting Texas at 5th?
Yeah, I'll put Texas at 5th.
All right, I got them at 5th too. My second team is going to be from the Big Ten, and that's going to be Ohio State.
Okay.
They got another win this weekend. They look pretty good. They look the part. So that's my number 2. Who's your number 2? You
my number
Big
2
Ten as well?
No, my number 2 is going to come from the ACC. I'm going to take Miami, and I'm going to put them in as my number 2.
Okay.
And then my number 3 would be from the Big Ten, but I'm going to take Penn State. Okay. Ohio State still ain't played nobody. Penn State just beat a ranked team in Illinois on the road, I believe. I think they were in Illinois.
I think so.
So I think I'm going to put Penn State in there right now.
All right. I've got Miami at number 3.
Plus, it gives me a chance to screw the Ohio State Buckeyes. So,
All right, and then number 4 both will be our Big 12 champions. Who you picking? This is where mine starts changing. Now.
Man, Big 12's tough, dude.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm taking BYU. They're undefeated. They're 5-0, man.
Man, they are 5-0.
I'm taking BYU.
They got them way down. They're like ranked 17th
I
at
know.
5-0. They got no love.
Well, it's because you can't go based on just records, but we are this time.
But so early in the season, what else you got to go on
Yeah.
other than record?
Yeah, I mean, unless it's Georgia or Alabama, I'm not gonna or Tennessee. I don't think there's any teams out there. I'd be like, yep, that's a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Like that's
Like
yeah,
I kind of want to put Kansas State in there, but they got that one loss that they had.
yeah, that'd be a big game, dude. BYU and Kansas State.
I think I'm with you, man. I think I'll put BYU in there, man.
BYU.
BYU at number 4. That works.
Okay, and then we both have number 5, Texas.
Yeah, Texas got to be number 5.
All right, now this is where it starts getting kind of weird.
Okay, who you got at 7?
Number 6, I got Tennessee.
6.
I got
Okay.
Tennessee.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
You got who? You got Tennessee as well.
No, I got Oregon.
Oregon.
I got Oregon.
All right.
That's my number 6. I got Tennessee as my number 7.
Tennessee number 7. All right. All right. I got Penn State number 7 on mine.
Okay, well, I think that's where I'll stick Ohio State.
Okay. Number 7.
No, number 8 on mine.
Oh, number 8. Okay. Ohio State. I got Oregon at number 8.
Yeah, pretty much. You and I we're on the same path, man. We're on the same path.
We are. Number 9, I got Missouri.
Yeah, you got to put Mizzou in there somewhere. I mean, they're undefeated. I don't like them. I don't think they'll stay undefeated, but they are for right now, so they're in there.
All right, you got them at 9 as well?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 10. Who you got at number 10?
Oh, man. This is so tough. Now you're getting into the 4-1 teams.
Yeah.
I mean,
and neither one of us mentioned Georgia yet.
Yeah. I kind of had them at number 12.
I do too. Hey, man, if you're going to get in, you better be undefeated. You better win your conference. Ain't no place for no one-loss teams, man.
Not yet, anyway.
Mm-mm.
Another couple of weeks, and we won't have enough undefeated teams to fill out.
True.
But right now we do. So
I put Iowa State at number 10.
Yeah. Yeah, they are 4-0.
They're undefeated.
They're undefeated.
I think I forget who this beat, but they had a big win this week. Didn't they beat Iowa a couple weekends ago? Weren't Matt talking about that?
Yeah, a couple weekends ago. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's a pretty good win.
All right, I'm with you. I'll put Iowa State in there. Does that mean that for your number 11, you're going to put Indiana?
I put Indiana.
Oh, my gosh. Did you really? Indiana. 5-0.
They're undefeated.
5-0, man. They're almost bowl eligible. They only need one more win to be bowl eligible.
Yeah, they're undefeated, man. They're leading the Big Ten.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you. Let's do it. Indiana at number 11, Georgia at 12. I love it.
So many people make fun of us for this one.
So our four bye teams are Alabama, Miami, mine are Penn State and BYU. Okay, those are my 4 bye teams.
Yes.
My 4 home team, except you got Ohio State in there.
Yeah, I got my 4 are Alabama, Ohio State, Miami, BYU.
Okay. And then my 4 that get home games are Texas, Oregon, Tennessee, and Ohio State.
Okay. Mine are Texas, Tennessee, Penn State, Oregon.
almost. So pretty much our top 8, all you do is flip Ohio State and Penn State. You got the same.
Pretty
And then
much.
our 14, my 4 teams traveling, I think they're your 4 teams traveling too, are
They're
Missouri,
exactly the same. Yes.
Iowa State, Indiana, and Georgia.
Yes,
So
sir.
you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SEC teams in there.
Yeah, I know. Which I thought, I thought by putting Iowa State and Indiana in there, I was doing that's like, oh, that feels wrong, but there's
Yeah,
still
I mean,
5 teams in there.
yeah, and like I said, this is all going to even out in the end. When we start getting to like there are only 2 teams left that are undefeated, when there's only 1 team left that's undefeated,
Yeah.
this is where the conversation is going to get interesting. We'll have
Yes.
conversation about you put who in, what have they done, who beat them. It'll be fun, man. It'll be fun.
True. Let me see if I can do this right quick. Um. Uh. If the season were to end today, I guess this is our top 12.
Yeah. So what we got left? NFL.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to talk about in the NFL? What interested you this week in the NFL?
Man. How about them Cowboys?
Nolan always used to say, man, better a raggedy ride than a smooth walk. Okay. I mean, I am all about getting the W. We look terrible doing it. I don't know what to tell you, man. A win's a win. I still have not had a week yet where the Cowboys win and the Hogs win. Okay.
Mm.
So I'm hoping that changes this week, but that would be a miracle if Arkansas wins. I think the Cowboys can win, but
Yep.
I think it'll be a miracle. We got the Steelers next week. Sunday Night Football. Steel
Nice.
Curtain coming to town. The last time Dak played at Heinz Field, he was a rookie.
Mhm.
Zeke was a rookie. It was the game where Ben Roethlisberger did the fake spike and threw it to Antonio Brown in the corner of the end zone to get the go-ahead touchdown.
Okay.
It's also the same game that Zeke broke it right up the middle and ran it for 60 yards to win the ball game. It was a really exciting game. I watched all the highlights of it today from the first snap all the way to the end. And I was like, man, we were so good that year. We were so good. We still had Dez. We still had Jason Witten. We had Zeke as a rookie. Dak was tearing them up. Dude, man, I miss those days.
Yeah, they need some help for sure. Some of the other games that stood out, Atlanta barely beating New Orleans. That was a really good game. New Orleans had a kick that would have won it, and he missed it. But it was a good game. Final score: Atlanta 26, New Orleans 24. Close game.
You can't give Kirk a chance, man. Kirk got him down there in field goal range. The kid hits a 58-yarder, his career long, to win the ball game. What a great way to hit your career long. To win a ball game. It was a good ball game. You made fun of me for having faith in Kurt, and Kurt wins another one, man.
2 weeks in a row, man. I don't know what else to say.
What about that Baker's dozen going down there in Tampa Bay and just whooping butt, dude? Did you hear what Tom Brady said about him during the telecast? He didn't like Baker's comments about when he's having fun, he plays his best football. So Tom made a comment about, well, I always thought it was stressful to not win championship.
I saw him interviewing Bill Belichick about it a little bit, and they were laughing about it. I saw there was a picture of them talking after the game and stuff, so I guess they're all cool now. But
who? Baker. Oh yeah, I don't even know if Baker knows he said anything till he got home and watched the telecast or whatever. Or his friends started sending him tweets or whatever it was, but I didn't see anything wrong with what Tom was saying. Like he was saying that for him, it wasn't. His words were, "It wasn't a daycare. We came here to work or whatever." But not everybody is wired the same way. Like
Right.
Baker might just be one of those guys that one he plays at his best when he's having fun. Just like you said, when it gets all stressful and everything, it becomes no fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I get where Baker's coming from, and I get where Tom's coming from. It's just some people are wired different, man.
Yeah, Belichick said, we get told all the time that we had no fun. It was pretty fun winning 6 Super Bowls. It was pretty fun going to 9 AFC championship, whatever. Like he went through his
Yeah,
list of
yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So that was pretty fun. So that's hard to argue with. But yeah, they're both serious all the time. But he did say Tom could joke around and practical joke and all that stuff. Like he did all that stuff too.
Yeah, but when it's time to go to work, it was time to go to work. And I get that mentality. I do. I totally get that mentality. I get Baker's mentality too.
Yeah.
I wish when we were in high school playing football that it would have been more fun. You know what I mean? I always felt like we were, I don't know. By the time I was a senior, it felt more like a job, something I had to do, not something I wanted to do. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I would have let myself enjoy it a lot more. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that sounds crazy, but
Probably all of us, and we probably all would have played better too if we didn't feel that way.
well,
So
like we were talking with Benji the other day, I've gotten more comments on that interview. By the way, like people are like, "Man, that was really good. Oh, y'all did a really good job with that guy." We didn't really do anything. We asked a question, Benji talked.
I'm glad they watched it.
But like we were talking to Benji, it's like coaching has gone so far from when we were in high school. We were still doing 2-a-days in the hot summer.
Yeah.
Water breaks were a reward. They were not something that was mandatory. They were a reward. There was no such thing as concussion protocol. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Coach used to say, "Are you hurt or are you injured?" If you're injured, you can't play. If you're hurt, get up.
Yeah, you just got your bell rung.
Yeah, you just got your bell rung. You'll be fine. Go over there, get a drink of water. You'll be all right.
Yep.
It was a different time, and they didn't take the time to explain to us the interest in the details.
Intricacy.
Yeah. They didn't explain the details.
I got rolled up on in a pile, and apparently pinched a nerve in my shoulder, arm, back, something. This whole side of my right arm, because that was my down arm, and I couldn't get up. I kept falling down. I was trying to get up, I couldn't feel my arm. It's numb. I get back to the huddle. Coach's like, what's going on? I said, I can't feel my arm because I can't even get in the stance. Well, use your other hand.
Yeah. Just a stinger, son. It'll go away. Give it a little bit of time. It's just
use your other hand. If you can't get in the stance with your right hand because it's broke, use your. Anyway, you're right. It was different mentality, and we weren't that long ago.
No, we really weren't.
So, anyway, let's see what else.
We got off topic there.
We did a little bit. That's all right. What else? Any other games stick out to you? Chicago stepped up and beat the Rams.
Chicago stepped up and beat the Rams. Bills get beat. Yeah, Bills get beat.
Bills got stomped.
Yeah, Bills got beat. Vikings still undefeated.
Vikings won. They did win.
Aaron Rodgers not on page with his receivers.
No,
it might be a long season for the Jets. I think after that first couple of wins, the Jets fans were like, "Oh man, we're getting ready for them playoffs. Getting ready for them." I don't know, man. That's a tough division, and y'all got to play better than what you played if you want to.
I agree. Then Indianapolis beat Pittsburgh, and though Flacco came in to finish up the job.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the guy's still around. They brought him in. I was like, this dude's still around?
Oh,
They
Flacco, man.
they interviewed him after the game, and the girl that was a lady, woman, whatever, who was who was interviewing him said, "Well, I just want you to know we talked to Anthony Richardson earlier, and he said you were pretty cool." And he said, "Yeah, his mom's 8 days older than I am. I doubt he thinks I'm cool."
That's crazy. Uh, um,
What about Washington, man? Washington
yeah,
gets another win. Let me tell you something.
they're looking pretty good.
I've got cowboy friends all over the place. Where I work, out on my route. Everybody knows I'm a Cowboy fan because I got the star on my Jeep. I wear their apparel all the time. So
Yeah,
I find out they're, oh, I'm a Cowboy. Well, how you think we're going to do this year and everything? Every one of my Cowboys, and it's because of the last few years, say, oh, it's going to come down to us and the Eagles again, us and the Eagles again. And I keep telling them, there's something happening in Washington. You need to keep your eyes open. I'm not sure it's going to come down to us and the Eagles this year. It may come down to somebody and the Washington Commanders. I almost said that one you're not supposed to say.
yeah.
But
Well,
they
they're
look like they're having fun. They look like they are on the same page. Their defense
yep.
is playing well, and this rookie is coming around.
Yeah, they're 3-1. They're at the top of the division.
Mm-hmm.
So I
And
mean, you can't argue that.
Who's at the bottom of that division?
No, the Giants.
Giants, baby.
Yeah,
They
poor
got to get
Giants.
a quarterback, man.
Speaking of the Giants, oh, they lost to Dallas. We already talked about that one. Never mind.
Yeah.
And then when Tampa Bay, Philly, we talked about that one. Philadelphia's got to get some stuff together. They got to get some people healthy for one, but they look bad. They look bad cheap.
I'll give you a bold prediction right here. I don't think the Eagles make the playoffs this year.
Man, they're not playing like a playoff team right now. I'll tell you that.
They've got some in-house controversy going on with I guess ownership and the coach, and fans are not happy with the coach and some of the answers that he's given. I don't know, man. There's you can't, I'm not saying that he's going to lose his job or anything like that, but you can't have that kind of stuff going around on a year when you're trying to vie to make the playoffs or whatever. It's a distraction.
Yeah.
And Jalen cannot not turn the ball over. It's like, I don't know how many times you have to fumble before you decide to hold on to the football.
Yeah. Like in the pocket, you mean, or when he's running?
Running, pocket, that thing looks like it's got got P. Diddy baby oil all over it, man. Sometimes when he's got
it. That's a good one. Cincinnati went down to Carolina and got him a win.
Yeah, because I picked Carolina.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to send me some residual checks or something, man. I pick y'all 3 weeks in a row. Y'all can't get a win. I don't pick you and you get a win.
Yeah, I know.
I could collapse your whole season just by picking you every week.
I know. Houston beat Jacksonville, but that whole game Jacksonville was winning, and I was like, man, I should have picked Jacksonville. Should have picked Jacksonville.
No, I can't finish. They can't. They didn't finish the ball game.
No, they didn't. They did.
They did look better. They did look better.
They did. But they got some problems. They got some locker room problems going on too with the coach, and I don't know what all is going on. But the coach is like, he didn't give a crap after his press conference. He just didn't care.
Well, I don't know, when your QB comes in and has a press conference and pretty much says, "We suck." I mean, those were like his exact words. "We suck." It's kind of hard for me playing behind you to, I don't know, how am I supposed to respond to that kind of leadership? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence and Hugh Freeze probably need to get together and go over some press conference.
Don't go that far now. Yeah, don't throw him that far on the bus. Then we got San Fran finally looked like the San Fran we know they could be and beat New England pretty convincingly, 30-13.
It was
Uh,
New England though. I mean,
yeah.
they didn't really give them much of a ball game.
Vegas put it on Cleveland, 20-16.
Cleveland,
Put it on
Cleveland,
them, huh?
man, Cleveland, man.
Or Cleveland, bro.
Cleveland.
They asked Deshaun Watson if he was going to run more, because the offense has been spluttering and stuff.
Yeah,
So
they didn't bring it. They didn't bring him there to run the ball.
What you mean run the ball, man? Like I'm not trying to get hit more. Like, well, that's your quarterback that don't want to take a hit. All right. Kansas City came in, beat the Chargers. I tell you, Kansas City's getting injuries though, man. They've lost 2 of their best receivers so far now, and their running back.
That Rice injury was by his own teammate too. Did you happen to watch that?
Yeah, it was Mahomes, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was Mahomes. It might have been Mahomes. I don't know.
It was. Yeah, he was sitting on the ground in front of him. Yeah, that was Mahomes. That's a big loss. So they got 2 receivers and their running back out. And I think the receivers are no, Hollywood's supposed to come back.
Yeah, but we got like another. It's like another 4 or 5 weeks before free agency closes or something like that, isn't it?
I had no idea. I thought it was closed already.
No, I think you can add to your roster up until about halfway through the season, especially through injuries and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So they'll probably Andy probably knows somebody, and they'll have another guy out there that you've never heard of, and he'll get 300 yards because that's what Andy Reid does.
Probably. Then we had Buffalo, Baltimore, which we talked about. Baltimore looked pretty good. And then tonight we got Tennessee at Miami, and then we got Seattle at Detroit. And
the Seattle at Detroit game, I think, is the better ball game of those two. That's the one I want to watch.
I agree.
The other one might turn out to be a ball game, but I just feel like Seattle's undefeated. Detroit's only got that one loss. This is going to be a good ball game. This is going to be a slobber knocker, as Jim Ross used to say.
I'm taking the spread on both these games and taking Tennessee and Seattle. What you think about that?
What's the spread?
Tennessee at Miami -2.5.
Yeah, I would take that.
Seattle at Detroit. Detroit -4.5.
Ooh.
Give me 4.5 points. I'll take Seattle on the 4.5.
I expect Detroit to win that ball game.
I sort of do. I can see a world where Seattle wins.
And I could see a world where Detroit wins by only a field goal, and then you're okay.
That too.
But I can also see a ball game where they beat them by a couple of scores. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. It all depends on. It's going to depend on Gino pretty much. Gino comes in.
I done got my parlay bet in. So
your parlay bet? All right.
Yeah. Parlay's in already. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. That was it. That's all the NFL schedule this week.
Yeah, how we do on those picks?
So we did okay. NFL picks. So far, 2 games left. You are 1.
This is his serious look when he's thinking.
9-5. You're 9-5 so far.
Oh, that's terrible.
1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6, 4, 7, 4, 8, 4, 9, 4. I'm 10-4. 2 games left to go.
So I need to end up 11-5.
And we both. Oh no, I actually have the Lions. You see, this is so weird. We just had this conversation. I told you I'm betting on the Seahawks. I picked the Lions the other day, and you picked the Seahawks. Yes.
I think that's because I was a game behind, and we had so many picks that were similar.
Oh gosh, we're so crazy. Okay. All right, man. Well, we see. I don't have anything else. tomorrow is Tuesday, so tomorrow we'll probably get into some college football, and we'll maybe look at some SEC games. Probably make some picks because I think the Wednesday will be NFL day. So, anything else, man?
While I was at the doctor today, I happened to run into the head coach of the Hendricks Warriors by the name of Anthony Boone. You remember Anthony Boone?
I do remember Anthony Boone. We went to, I think we went to Boys State together in high school.
Okay, well, I remember him from playing at Ole Miss. 4 years at Ole Miss. And now he's the head coach of the Hendricks Warriors. And I saw him in the doctor's office, and I was like, this dude looks so familiar. You know, he's a big old guy. And the lady sitting across from him said, "Do you play football?" He said, "No, ma'am, I play basketball." And then he said, "I'm the head coach of the Hendricks Warriors." So what did I do? I grabbed my phone, started Googling. Google. I was like, it is Anthony Boone. So I said hello to him. Tried to hit him up to come on to the podcast sometime, but he might have been just being nice or whatever. But he took my number. And then afterwards, I was thinking, you know, this guy don't know me, and, you know, I hope he doesn't think I was hitting on him or something like that. Because I just want to interview him. I you know.
You didn't say something like, "Man, you look like you're in good shape." You didn't say nothing like that, did you?
No, I didn't say anything like that. Nothing.
All right, well, you probably are right then. All right. Well,
it does make me want to go down to Hendricks College here in Conway and watch a couple of basketball games. You know, I asked him. I said, "Are y'all going to be any good this year?" And he's like, "That's kind of a." He said, "We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do." I was like, "That is a good answer." You know, it wasn't a Hugh Freeze answer. Now our point guard sucks.
If we could see somebody that wouldn't throw the ball the other team, that'd be great.
If we could get somebody to make some baskets, play some defense, we'd be really good.
Oh my gosh, Hugh Freeze! Somebody fire that guy and get him out of here.
All right, before we get out of here, we need to talk about mental health. Mental health is a serious issue in our country, across the world. All you got to do is pick up your phone for a little bit and look at social media. You can tell we got problems.
No kidding.
If you're feeling down, thinking about hurting yourself, hurting somebody else, there's a national hotline, 988, that you can call, and they will talk to you by text, video chat, talk to you on the phone. 1-800-SUICIDE gets you there too. And this is September, and September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. So take that 988 number and spread it around to your friends. Let them know about it, because I didn't know there was a national number until I was told about it. So let's spread it around. Let's get some people some help. Suicide affects everybody, not just the person committing suicide. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Be sure and check on people that you love, and keep track of yourself too, because I mean, a lot of people, I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people will be helping other people so much they forget about themselves even. So you got to be conscious of that too. But if you need someone to talk to, call the number 988, get some help. Don't do life alone.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know if our podcast reaches this far or whatever, but, you know, all those flood victims that have lost everything over there in Tennessee and Georgia, you know, I'm sure they're feeling down. If you know any of those people or got a chance to reach out to them or help them, step up and help them. It's a great thing to do. It'll not just benefit their lives, it'll benefit your life too.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your Monday and some more football.
Heck yeah.
And I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Peace, brother.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.